say living life is free, I'll have to deny, 'cause every day I pay the price.
Alright, keep it moving. Excuse me, keep her moving, bud. Yeah, you gotta learn to do that, because when you don't, you're just gonna you're gonna stay where you are, and that's probably the worst thing you can do most times, I would say, in life, right? It's probably some of the worst things you can just... It's backing down. That's what it really is, you know? But welcome to the Complicated But Kinda Simple podcast. I'm here today with another video. Not gonna lie, this week has been interesting, ups and downs, but it's nothing I couldn't handle, and it's nothing that I regret or anything. It's more so just a lot of stuff to learn more by action outside than thinking in my own room and stuff, you know. This video idea comes from a dream I had, and the dream is kind of based off of memories of my father. He's still alive, but just memories we had. And man, I forget how... I've done this a million times, so it can't really be pinpointed to a single time. But my father, especially the older he's gotten, he's been a big proponent of just keep her moving, bud. Just keep it moving. You can't take an L and sit there too long. You take an L, you recognize it, and you just keep on going, you know? As much as I like speaking and I like thinking of ideas, I recognize that thought alone and thinking isn't the key to changing always, and it's more so action, you know? And you're gonna mess up, you're gonna fall on your face, and you're gonna feel dumb, but that's probably the most important things you can do, because if you don't get used to falling on your face, you can't ever get used to doing it right. And I think that's a big part of life, not being too scared of messing up and doing mistakes, because there's a bunch of points where I learned that in life. Actually, one of the biggest places I learned that was gaming. I used to play, and this is just an easy example, but when I was younger, I used to play only against the computer, zombies, or just AI games. And the reason was why? And easy games. And part of the reason I was a kid, but part of the reason was I didn't want to lose. And when you know how the computer system works, you can exploit that to find easier ways to do things till you don't even need to try, you know? And an easy example of this would be zombies and COD, because every single time I would hop on multiplayer, I didn't want to lose. I was tired. I was like, bro, every single time I get on, everyone's a pro. And then one day I heard someone say, you're a loser if you can't even just fail at life. If you're playing a video game and you still can't just run out there, I feel bad for you, because you can't even do that in real life or you won't be doing that in real life. And this is a video game. This doesn't even count. And I really took that to heart. And I was like, that's so true. If I can't even take an L playing a Call of Duty game, how am I supposed to be okay with taking L's in life? And that doesn't mean I didn't take risks before, but what it showed me was, I need to be more active, keep it moving. Like, be willing to fail, And trust me, I've done plenty of embarrassing stuff, and I've taken plenty of L's. But I don't think it's healthy to put them against yourself. But I do think it's healthy to try to learn from them, right? I don't think you can it's not to judge yourself in the sense of, wow, unless you're really down the wrong path. If you're really down the wrong path in life and you feel that you just are doing genuinely bad things, then you need like an actual judgment of yourself, what you're doing, how to fix it. But if you make like a dumb mistake or a silly mistake and you're embarrassed or you're just frustrated, sad, let's say you don't even know what you feel, I don't think it's good to just like mope around. Like, no, you gotta just reflect and go, because that's what it's really about. And what I've realized is the more L's you take, the more you get used to taking them, which can be good and bad, because you don't want to be used to taking L's. Like, you keep doing something that is wrong, and you go back to it, it's like, oh, well, I'm already doing this. No, it's not about that. It's about realizing, okay, it's wrong, but I have two options here. I can do something about it, or I can keep on just focusing on new stuff, and maybe I'll fail at that again. School, relationships, whatever it is, however small or big it is, it's just, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep just focusing on a better outcome, because realistically, most steps you're gonna take in life are small. You might see and notice the big steps the most, but in reality, it's the small steps that you take every day that are gonna be the ones that truly make you. And you can't just wish for the big steps. You're better off just using all the small ones, so when you have to make a big step, you'll be ready. And it's also a reflection of no one's perfect. You can't expect everything from yourself, especially when you haven't done a lot, Why are people who are in professional leagues for sports or the top of their field, why are they so frustrated when they fail? Because they know how well they can do. They understand that. But you can't expect yourself to just, I can't do anything right. Yeah, learn from that. You're not going to do everything right. And it's something they should almost cherish in a way, because try to look at it from the reverse. Okay, I do everything right the first time. Yeah, that's knowing everything. That's having all knowledge. That's being able, that's like just the cheat code to everything. If you do anything, you just do it right, that's not any fun. That's not fulfilling. That's nothing to work for. That is meaningless. So you're better off reflecting and understanding where you are, so you can change yourself. And you're actually, hypothetically, in some areas, like maybe you're better off failing, so when you do it right, you are gonna keep doing it right. Because if you get away with doing something right the first time, you might have learned an incorrect lesson, and you might think you're doing it right, and then you're worse off than before. It's almost like getting an interview for a job, and then you go to the job and you have like a kind of rough time after the interview, and the guy shouldn't have hired you, but he did anyways because he likes you. And after that, you figure out, it's like, you get fired, and oh well, I did good in the interview, so I should be fine. And then you go to a new job and try to interview again, and you do the same skills that you learned, and those are just garbage skills. You actually don't know what you're doing. So you're better off failing 10 times. That way you could refine yourself than just doing the wrong things and getting the right response that you want, quote unquote right response. And that's part of the dream that I had. That's the main thing to take away that I had, because I don't know how I messed up in the dream. It was something silly, something dumb, but it was that idea of, yeah, you messed up, and guess what, you're gonna have to keep going. There's no way you're gonna just stay there. Get off your butt, reflect. No, seriously, reflect. Like, that's what you do as a man. You really look at where you went wrong, and you just focus on it, and you pound that in through your thick skull. If your room's really dirty, you really pound it through your skull, like, wow, I am in a dump. Like, look at me. And you get mad at yourself, but then you can't forget the other part of letting that go, which was the second part. And I'm glad I remembered this, because my father in the dream, which again, this happens in real life all the time, he was just like, all right, come on. And his voice was so memorable, because it was love. It was also just, it's what a parent is there for. It's what a father, in my opinion, is there for. To say, look, you messed up, I get it, but there's literally nothing we can do about it now except learn from it, you know. And now that you know that lesson, let's hope it's through your skull and you've learned it, but that's all you can do, and that's okay, because there's no point in just moping around and staying on it. So I hope this has helped you guys out. It's kind of a weird thing that just came up, but I really do think it's super important to have that balance within yourself, because hopefully it'll be steps to make you and people around you better, but mainly you, and not just better in the sense of better people, but happy. You know, not just successful, but feel like accomplished and that you've earned it. Anyways, that's gonna be the podcast. Hope y'all enjoy it. Subscribe and like if you like the content. Please leave a comment about anything I can do, or if you just enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Cheers.